The world of Formula One is no stranger to intense rivalries, but the ongoing spat between Max Verstappen and George Russell has taken center stage as one of the most heated in recent years. In the build-up to the 2024 season finale in Abu Dhabi, the feud, which began simmering at the Qatar Grand Prix, has reached a boiling point, captivating fans and pundits alike. While Verstappen remains a dominant force with 4 consecutive championships under his belt, Russell has emerged as a challenger not only on the track, but also in the court of public opinion. This rivalry began to visibly intensify in Qatar when Russell accused Verstappen of dangerous driving during Q3. The stewards penalized Verstappen with a one-place grid drop, an unusual decision given the Red Bull driver's typically flawless command of qualifying. However, the controversy escalated further during a post-session stewards meeting, where Russell alleged that Verstappen made threatening remarks, claiming he would put me on my fucking head. Verstappen denied these allegations, dismissing Russell as a bully and a loser, but the damage to their working relationship was done. By the time the paddock arrived in Abu Dhabi, the hostility between the two drivers was palpable. Russell's press conference on Media Day added fuel to the fire as he accused Verstappen of being a bully, a term not often thrown around lightly in Formula One. In doing so, Russell positioned himself as a rare figure willing to challenge Verstappen's dominance publicly, a move that drew both support and criticism. Amid the escalating tensions, Sky Sports F1 pundit Martin Brundle has weighed in on the situation, expressing concern about the potential long-term impact of the feud. Brundle, a veteran of the sport and no stranger to fierce rivalries during his racing career, drew comparisons between the Verstappen-Russell dynamic and past clashes, such as those between Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. George is the only one brave enough to stand up to Max right now. Everyone else has just wilted, Brundle remarked, highlighting the psychological dominance Verstappen appears to hold over his competitors. He also emphasized the FIA's role in managing such conflicts. The FIA should step in and manage this, but they're too preoccupied with their own internal issues to take action, Brundle added. For Brundle, the root of the problem lies not only in Verstappen's aggressive driving style, but also in his off-track demeanor. According to Brundle, Verstappen's calculated approach to playing the victim while maintaining an aggressive presence has unsettled the paddock. Max knows the rulebook inside out and uses it to his advantage. He's brilliant in wheel-to-wheel situations and knows how to control his car under pressure. But off the track, he's ramped up the aggression and victim mentality. It's a strategy, and it's working. He's got everyone on edge. Drivers, teams, even the media, Brundle observed. While Brundle refrained from assigning blame outright, he suggested that the sports audience would form their own opinions about the feud. He also expressed skepticism about the notion of drivers maintaining friendships while competing so fiercely, calling it an unsustainable dynamic. The Verstappen-Russell feud has not only divided fans, but also created tension within the paddock. The traditional end-of-season dinner, where all 20 drivers gathered for a symbolic display of camaraderie, reportedly highlighted the rift. Although Verstappen and Russell managed to be in the same room, they were said to occupy opposite ends of the table, further underscoring the fractured relationship. This animosity raises questions about the broader implications for Formula One. Will other drivers take sides in this feud? Could this rivalry set the tone for future seasons? Historical rivalries such as those between Senna and Prost or Hamilton and Rosberg have shown that personal animosities can have profound effects on team dynamics and championship outcomes. Drivers such as Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, who have played relatively neutral roles so far, may find themselves forced to align as the rivalry escalates. While teams tend to avoid meddling in personal disputes, they cannot ignore the impact on morale and performance. A divided paddock could lead to unintended alliances or conflicts, intensifying the drama both on and off the track. The FIA's decision not to investigate Verstappen's alleged threats during the Qatar Grand Prix has sparked debate, while the governing body maintains that there is insufficient evidence to pursue action. Many critics argue that its inaction risks allowing tensions to spiral out of control. Sky F1 correspondent Craig Slater noted that the FIA appears to be adopting a wait-and-see approach, leaving the drivers to settle their differences on the track. However, this hands-off strategy has drawn criticism for potentially undermining the sport's emphasis on professionalism and fairness. The guidance I'm getting from the FIA suggests they don't see grounds for an investigation right now, Slater explained, but that could change if things escalate further. For now, the governing body's reluctance to intervene has placed the onus on the teams and drivers to manage their disputes independently. This decision could have significant ramifications for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and beyond, particularly if the Verstappen-Russell rivalry continues to escalate. The FIA's hesitance also reflects a broader challenge in balancing the sport's competitive spirit with its rules of conduct. Allowing rivalries to unfold naturally can be a draw for fans, but unchecked aggression risks damaging the sport's reputation. As Formula One seeks to grow its global audience, incidents like this underscore the need for clear governance and decisive action when necessary. While the Verstappen-Russell feud dominates headlines, Ferrari finds itself in the midst of an equally dramatic storyline. Entering Abu Dhabi 21 points behind McLaren in the Constructors' Championship, the Scuderia faces a daunting task. The team must secure a 1-2 finish while hoping for McLaren to falter, a combination of circumstances that seems improbable but not impossible. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's leading driver, has been instrumental in keeping the team's hopes alive. Despite a setback in FP1 caused by an energy store issue, Leclerc delivered a stunning lap to top the timesheets, showcasing his resilience and determination. However, the FIA's subsequent announcement of a 10-place grid penalty for exceeding the allowable energy store usage dealt a significant blow to Ferrari's ambitions. Leclerc acknowledged the gravity of the situation, emphasizing the need for perfection. "We need to finish first and second this weekend, and we need things to not go exactly the way McLaren wants. It's a tall order, but we've done well in the past few races, even when the odds were against us." Ferrari's struggles at Yas Marina add another layer of complexity. The team has historically underperformed at this circuit, making their quest for a championship comeback even more challenging. Nonetheless, Leclerc's optimism and strategic focus remain key to Ferrari's chances. Carlos Sainz, Leclerc's teammate, also plays a critical role in Ferrari's effort. Known for his consistency and ability to adapt under pressure, Sainz has vowed to support the team's objectives. "We'll fight until the last lap," he declared. However, given the pace of McLaren's cars and the ever-improving strategy of their team, Ferrari's uphill battle looks steeper than ever. The rivalry between Max Verstappen and George Russell has drawn comparisons to some of Formula One's most iconic clashes. While Verstappen's aggressive style and psychological tactics mirror those of Ayrton Senna, Russell's willingness to stand his ground evokes memories of Niki Lauda's composed determination. This dynamic represents a potential shift in the sport's landscape. With Lewis Hamilton nearing the twilight of his career, Russell's emergence as a challenger to Verstappen could define the next chapter of Formula One. Their contrasting personalities, Verstappen's fiery competitiveness versus Russell's measured assertiveness, set the stage for a compelling rivalry that could captivate audiences for years to come. Observers note that this rivalry is not only a battle of talent, but also one of philosophies. Verstappen's approach often borders on uncompromising aggression, where his desire to dominate leaves little room for compromise. On the other hand, Russell embodies a calculated and strategic demeanor, presenting himself as a driver who balances speed with precision. If this feud continues to escalate, it could serve as a blueprint for the sport's evolving culture. The Verstappen-Russell dynamic showcases a younger generation of drivers willing to challenge the norms established by their predecessors. Whether this results in a more thrilling or more contentious era remains to be seen. As the sun sets on the 2024 Formula One season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix promises to deliver an unforgettable spectacle. The Verstappen-Russell feud, combined with Ferrari's desperate fight for the Constructors' Championship, creates a high-stakes environment where every lap matters. For Verstappen, the race represents an opportunity to reinforce his dominance and silence his critics. For Russell, it's a chance to prove that he can challenge the best in the sport, both on and off the track. Meanwhile, Ferrari faces the daunting task of achieving a flawless performance under immense pressure. Adding to the drama is the potential for unexpected outcomes. Rain, though rare in Abu Dhabi, could throw a wrench into the best-laid plans. Safety cars, mechanical failures, and strategic gambles have all played pivotal roles in past finales. The same could hold true this year, with so much at stake for both individuals and teams. Beyond the race itself, this season's drama hints at the future of Formula One. Will Verstappen's dominance continue unchallenged, or will Russell and others rise to create a more competitive landscape? How teams and governing bodies respond to these dynamics will undoubtedly shape the sport's trajectory for years to come. As the Yas Marina circuit prepares to host this season-defining race, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the Verstappen-Russell rivalry? Do you think the FIA should have stepped in to mediate their conflict? And can Ferrari pull off a miracle to snatch the Constructors' Championship from McLaren? Let us know your predictions and opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth Formula One analysis and updates. Hit the bell icon to stay informed, and join us for what promises to be an epic conclusion to the 2024 F1 season. See you on the grid.